Food poisoning, as we know, is not exactly the most fun of things to experience. I don't think it's on anybody's bucket list in life to get food poisoning. Nobody wants a bunch of bacteria to say, ooh, let's fuck up this guy or girl's body and make them feel like shit for an entire week. Well, children, this exact experience happened to me 5 years ago when I was 12. So I would be like in grade, Grade 5, yes. It all started in the lunchroom, obviously, because the lunchroom is the most unhygienic place on the planet. I was in line probably thinking whatever the hell a 12-year-old thinks about. When it was my turn to get my lunch, and I remember exactly what I got. For lunch that day, I got a hamburger with milk and apple slices. That meal is like permanently seared into my brain. When I'm like 80 and have like dementia, the last memory I will have will be that fucking meal. Anyway, I sit down at the table with no friends because I was and still am a loser. Feel bad for me. I take a bite out of the burger and then nothing. God, that burger was terrible, I thought to myself. Meanwhile, the E. coli that was in that burger is like tap dancing and break dancing down my esophagus, ready to ruin this child's life. But apparently they like to take their sweet ass time because I didn't feel anything for about 3 hours or so. But after the 3 hours, I remember I was in science class specifically, and I started feeling a bit nauseous. I get to the bathroom and I'm just kind of sitting on the toilet waiting for something to happen. After a minute or so, I think to myself, I'm feeling a bit better. I guess I could go back to class now. Oh god. I think it's over. I think I could go back to class now. If you can't see, I'm not exactly having the best of times. And you know what I think most likely caused that? That fucking tainted burger I ate. I knew I couldn't trust anything that came out of the cafeteria, especially since they didn't even cook the burgers in a stove. They cooked it in a vat of oil. And at this point, they probably just made the burger patties out of like dead rats they found in the kitchen and shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got one.
I have a little theory as to why all of the school back in elementary school sucked. I call it the public education food hierarchy. I am so fucking creative. Basically, it goes like this. The high schoolers get the best food, then whatever they don't eat goes to the middle schoolers, and whatever the middle schoolers don't eat goes to the elementary schoolers. Don't believe me? Here's a news report supporting just how shit the elementary school food is.
Talked to the suspended employee, and she says she was unfairly punished.
They're awful.
Pictures of burnt pizzas and something so charred it is hard to identify.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Dude, that's literally charcoal. They're literally giving these kids charcoal. Now, why would they do this? Well, I believe their reasoning is, they're kids, their taste buds aren't even developed anyway. Let's feed them literal shit. Anyways, after I stop puking, I go back to class, and surprisingly, I didn't vomit into the trash can. The rest of the day goes normal. I just feel a bit queasy and nauseous until I get off the bus. My mom is there to pick me off, and I start getting off the bus. And the moment I step off the bus, the E. coli goes, this would be a very inconvenient and embarrassing time for anything bad to happen. Your mother and your peers are on the bus, so that means something bad has to happen right now. Immediately, I start puking in front of my mom and everybody on the bus. I'm having so much fun right now that you can't even comprehend it. After a week, I was back to normal, but when I went back to school, apparently there was a rumor going around that I went to the hospital and died, which, yet again, I don't blame them for thinking. So I think the lesson we learned here today is never eat anything from the school cafeteria. I think the school cafeteria should be classed as like a biohazard by the government. It's basically a giant petri dish. And ever since that day, I've never eaten a burger from the cafeteria. Legit, ever since I either just pack my lunch or get a salad. Hopefully the salad isn't poison, or else I would really